Now look, today we're diving into a heartbreaking story that has sparked outrage, fear, and some very tough questions about public safety here in the United States. On August 22nd, a young Ukrainian refugee named Iryna Zarutska lost her life in a brutal attack on a train in Charlotte, North Carolina. And what makes this story even more crazy isn't just the crime itself, but the reaction, or some would say the silence that followed. Look, y'all sit back and relax and stay into the end of this episode because we about to unpack what happened, who's responsible, and why this case is shaking so many people to the core. Welcome back to another episode of Eyes Low, Belly Full. As y'all know, this marks episode 141. Now, Iryna was only 23 years old. She had fled the war in Ukraine in 2022, hoping to build a safer and brighter future here in America. And on that late night in August, she was riding on Charlotte's Blue Line train. Headphones on, scrolling through her phone, just an ordinary commute. But that ordinary moment turned deadly when DeCarlos Brown Jr., a man with a long criminal history and untreated mental health issues, pulled out a knife and attacked her. I mean, the entire incident was caught on surveillance video, showing how quickly and senseless the violence unfolded.
Have y'all ever seen somebody move like their soul wasn't in their body? They say this man wasn't in control. They said it was like something was pulling the strings for him. Imagine you just getting on a train. You go and sit down, just minding your business, thinking, I'm finna just ride this train and get to my destination. And next thing you know, a man behind you is just sitting back there, fighting demons. And you happen to be his victim. That's what happened in Charlotte to this Ukrainian refugee. This man right here, DeCarlos Brown Jr., is the one who took her life. So the crazy part is, y'all, before this incident happened, this man told the police that something was in his body controlling him. Something man-made. He said not his mind, not his choices, but his movement, y'all. Now, if you ask me, that don't sound like paranoia, y'all. That sound like programming. Am I tripping? Sounds a little bit like MK Ultra, right? People say it's mental illness, but when you hear someone talk about forces inside their body, that shit sound darker. This man really unalived her, y'all. He poked her right in the neck. I need y'all thoughts down below on what y'all think really happened right here. This shit is crazy, y'all. And RIP to her, condolences to her family. And that's why when I'm out in public, y'all, I always tend to my surroundings. I can't have two earphones on at no time. I'm always watching. You can say I'm paranoid, but I wouldn't want this situation to happen to me.
Now, what else is crazy is that Brown, after Brown did what he did, he got up, was walking down the train. Like, nobody even noticed anything for a little minute. Everybody was pretty much buried inside their phone, not really paying attention. The only reason somebody was able to really see something is because that he had blood drops dripping on the floor from his hand. You feel what I'm saying? And he got up waiting for the next stop to hurry up and get off the train or whatever. But somebody eventually saw the blood drops and I guess turned around and saw her suffering and went back there and tried to help her. But it was too late. And when that next stop came up, Brown pretty much just walked off the train like it was nothing. Brown wasn't just any random passenger. He had been arrested at least 14 times since 2011, with charges ranging from robbery to assault. Judges even had flagged concerns about this man's mental health. In fact, weeks earlier, the court ordered a mental competency evaluation, but that evaluation never happened. Instead, he was back on the streets, untreated, and ultimately able to commit this crime. And now he's facing first-degree unaliving charges. But to many people, the bigger question is, why was he free at all? And was this tragedy preventable? Now, here's where things get even more complicated, because the response from leaders and media outlets has been eerily quiet. Now, some media outlets has been going smack at local officials, basically accusing them of downplaying the story. Even Charlotte's mayor made headlines by thanking the media for not showing the video, arguing that it was a way to respect Iryna's family. And some people agreed with that decision, but others felt like it was a way of sweeping the story under the rug. And this divide sparked heated debates about safety, justice, and whether certain stories get attention depending on politics involved. Now, in the aftermath, Charlotte's Transit Authority has announced changes. They've promised to hire a new safety chief, triple their security budget, upgrade their surveillance cameras, and even possibly have more police officers on the train. But for Iryna's family and for those passengers who ride the train every day, those changes might feel like too little, too late. Because this wasn't just a freak tragedy. It was the result of systematic failures in mental health, in public safety, and in leadership. So where does this leave us? On one hand, this story is about a single victim, a young woman who came to America for safety, but met violence. And on the other hand, it's about a broken system, one that allowed a dangerous man to slip through the cracks until it was too late. And that's why people are so angry, because it's just not about Charlotte. It can happen in any city, on any train, at any time. Now, I haven't caught public transportation in over 3 or 4 years, but when I did used to catch a bus or a train, every time I walked on a bus or a train, I scanned the whole environment, or as much as I can. Like, I didn't like sitting my back up against anybody either, but like, it couldn't be that way all the time. So you knew who to put your back up against. And like, this is something that really can't be taught. Like, if you grew up in certain environments, you know what I'm talking about. Like, certain environments that danger could come from anywhere. Like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you always got to watch out for your surroundings everywhere. Like, you wonder why, even though Rosa Parks, fought for us to sit in the front of the bus, you wonder why some people still go to the back of the bus and sit with their back up against something. Because if somebody come at you straight forward, you at least got the opportunity to defend yourself. But whether it's on a bus or a train or not, you always got to watch out for your surroundings, because you never know. In suburbs, in good areas, you know how the people take their time and wait at the crosswalk. I mean, it could be no cars in sight for the next 30 minutes. They wait at that crosswalk for the whole 30 minutes. You feel me? Until that damn light change where they can walk across. In certain environments, you can't do that. You might get hit by a stray bullet, or somebody might rob you right at the crosswalk, put a knife or a gun in your back. So you just gotta be careful wherever you at, no matter what, because you never know nowadays. People be wilding out nowadays. And I want to hear what y'all think about this situation. If the system had stepped in earlier, do you think Iryna's life could have been saved? Or was this tragedy inevitable? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. And if this video resonated with you, go ahead and hit that like button. Give me a thumbs up, and also subscribe and hit that bell notification for more episodes. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.